Hi everyone, welcome. Shelter Monkey here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bestech Eskra. So what we have here is a titanium frame lock flipper, as you probably guessed already. This particular variant has a black wash blade. The blade length is 3.5 inches, and that's measured from the tip of the blade to the very frontmost portion of the handles. It's actually probably 3.55 inches, so just a tad over 3.5 inches. The weight of the knife is 5.0 ounces as measured on my scale. Blade centering, as it came from the factory, was spot on. The blade detent, I would classify it as medium strength detent. It is possible to fail the knife sometimes, but generally it opens reliably. That was me attempting to fail it. Taking a closer look at the grind of the blade, it's done relatively well. However, on this particular sample, the bevel on one side is wider than on the other side. It's not a big issue though, and I think if you took note of that and paid attention to that during your first sharpening of the knife, you could fix that relatively easily. As for the pocket clip, it's a milled titanium pocket clip. The nub of the pocket clip has pretty much the ideal shape in my opinion. However, because it's a titanium clip and this part of the clip is pretty thin, the retention of the clip is not that good because it has a relatively weak spring rate. That's often an issue with titanium pocket clips. So retention in the pocket is not that great. It's towards the low side. So that's one issue to consider. As for ergonomics, frankly, I was disappointed in the ergonomics. I think I was expecting a little bit larger knife. The distance, this distance from the top of the knife to the bottom of the finger choil is not very wide. So if the knife kind of feels narrow in your hand, let me bring in another knife for comparison. So here we have a Kaiser C-line, which is quite a bit smaller knife overall. However, this distance on the C-line is pretty much the exact same as on the Eskra. And I would say the ergonomics on the C-line, even though it's a smaller knife, are better than the Eskra. If we bring in this is a cold steel GoldenEye, you can see on the GoldenEye, this distance here is much wider than on the Eskra. And the ergonomics on the GoldenEye are really excellent. This is a superb knife ergonomically. Another issue with the ergonomics is this hump on the top of the knife. So when I grip it, this portion of my thumb rests on top of this hump, and so it's a pointy bit straight into your thumb. So for those reasons, I'm kind of disappointed in the ergonomics of this knife. Okay, so what do I think of this knife overall? Well, aesthetically, I think it's very pleasing. I think it's a very good looking knife. However, the ergonomics, to me at least, are ho-hum at best. And also, I'm kind of disappointed by the retention of the pocket clip. So overall, I'd say I'm kind of disappointed by this knife. If you have any comments, please comment below. And thank you for watching. And if you could subscribe and share and like and all that, I'd appreciate it. So thanks again for watching and have a great day. Bye now.